It's Tuesday, which means it's time for a Bachelorette recap video. I'm Meredith Michaels, and this is week 8, and we are down to 7 guys, okay? There were 3 one-on-ones, which I wasn't anticipating, and then a small group date. The first one-on-one went to Jed. On this date, they're frolicking around town, and Hannah decides to tell Jed that she is falling in love with him. Of course she is. He has a girlfriend back home, and he's only on the show for his music career. He gets a rose, so he's getting a hometown date. Second one-on-one went to steamy Tyler C. Got to have a day out on the town with Hannah as well, but this time they decided to go horseback riding, which in theory sounds like it would be super hot. However, they're in the middle of the city. Neither of them know what they're doing. The horses are like in reverse. Tyler C is actually afraid of horses, so it was super awkward. The real kicker on this date was when she made him try pickled herring, which is disgusting, and it's fish, and he was gagging. In fact, the way you look when you eat fish, Tyler C, is the way I feel every time Luke P enters the scene. So Tyler C and Hannah go to the dinner portion of their one-on-one date, and Hannah's like, I was a little disappointed you weren't opening up. I'm sure Tyler was thinking, first of all, Hannah, I'm deathly afraid of horses. I'm on a horse. We're getting spun around like Mario Kart. Then you make me eat rotten fish. So sorry if I wasn't exactly pouring my life out to you, but give me a break. Doesn't matter. He gets a rose. She's going to his hometown. He did open up to her though. I'm really a fan of Tyler C. I just still think it's going to be Peter. The third one-on-one this week went to Mike. So they went on this like art date. It's kind of cute. I was still feeling the friend zone. I'm pretty sure Hannah was too, because Mike did not get a rose. In fact, when he went to the dinner portion of their date, he's like getting off an elevator and Hannah's standing there bawling, which is never a good sign, gentlemen. When the date starts and she's full on bawling, it's probably not going to be good for you. I really respect the fact that Hannah's following her heart, but what made me laugh was instead of just going right in and ripping the band-aid off and sending Mike home, she was like, I don't know, I think it's the art. The art is so beautiful, it's moving. It's like, Hannah, it's not the art. You're not feeling it. You're getting close to these guys and you don't want to break Mike's heart because you know he's a good guy. Now let's talk about Conor. Conor hasn't had much action in a long time. In fact, he was one of the first guys to kiss her. However, his one-on-one, his only one-on-one, Hannah was sick. This was weeks ago. So because there's only 7 guys and 3 one-on-one date cards have already arrived, none of them were for Conor. Conor decides to go sneak over to Hannah B's room, and then they start talking. And Hannah does admit that their spark that they had at the beginning has started to fade, so Conor was just there trying to get some extra time and see what's up, and he ended up sending himself home, or she sent him home, not sure. I do like the fact that Hannah did not put Conor through a rose ceremony. She just basically said, this isn't exactly working out. Just a reminder, ladies, Conor's the one that wrote all these little lovely things about her on sticky notes and put them all over her room. You can slide into his DMs because he's home. He did not get a rose. Out of the 2 guys that I guessed to go home, Mike and Conor, I nailed them both. Well, that sounds really bad. I was correct about both of them. Bam, bam. I also said Luke P would stick around for another week, so technically your girl was 3 for 3 on her predictions this week. Group date, Luke P, Garrett, and Peter. Peter got the group date rose, so he's safe and he's getting a hometown date. So that leaves Garrett and Luke P. Of course, because for the last 4 or 5 weeks, the producers keep putting Luke P and Garrett across from each other in chairs so they can like act like 8-year-olds and talk back and forth. Garrett completely drops the I love you bomb on Hannah B. And what does that get him? That got him sent home. Hannah sure did choose Luke P over Garrett. What I don't understand is after Garrett was dumped, he like said goodbye to her and continued to kiss her like 100 times. Am I the only one that thinks it's weird that you're kissing and hugging someone that just dumped you? I understand like walking you out, but let's be honest, this is the Bachelorette. Usually when you get dumped, you're on the edge of some snowy mountain cliff somewhere and the helicopter like leaves you for dead. These guys are like kissing her goodbye. I don't get it. So Peter, hometown date, Tyler, hometown date, Jed, hometown date, And now Luke P, Mr. Here's a bouquet of 12 red flags. And Hannah's like, oh, thanks, I love red flags. Luke P gets a hometown date. This is something that statistically does not happen for Bachelor and Bachelorette. The villain normally never makes it past week 6, let alone get a hometown. I don't think I can recall any season to date where the villain gets a hometown date. Ugh, I can't with this. However, one of the Bachelorette and Bachelor statistics that does ring true is the first impression rose. The person who stood out the most on night 1 always goes to the last 4 and normally makes it all the way to the fantasy suites. So I still predict that Luke P is going to be around. Keep in mind, I do avoid all spoiler groups, so please don't comment any spoilers below. That started to happen a couple weeks ago and I had to hide you guys. So thank you for watching, but I don't want any spoilers. I really try to do this based off of just historical data and the fact that I'm a Bachelor and Bachelorette nerd. Last night did end with a wild detail. Hannah admits to having sex in a windmill. Now, they are in the Netherlands, so immediately I was like, here's footage of me Googling who had a windmill date. I don't know who it is. I don't know if she's referring to like sometime in her life she had sex in a windmill. She had sex in a windmill last week in the Netherlands. I don't know, but I have a feeling it's Jed. And then she doubled down and said, and we did it twice. Oh, take that, Luke P. Live your life, girl. Do you. Or do other people in windmills. I don't care. I'm just watching the show. Sex in a windmill. That's a first. That is one for the Bachelorette. Anyway, that's your week 8 recap. Thank you so much for watching these videos, commenting. I do enjoy your comments. I appreciate your time, and I will see you next week for week 9, the hometown dates.